Hello! So today's going to be a little bit of shoulders. You're going to find there's a lot of shoulders with me because that's my problem area, the bit I need to work on. And yeah, shoulders. So let's do it. You're going to need a resistance band for this. Really the exercises won't work without one for today. So, okay. So all I'm going to do is stand on my resistance band, try and make sure things are equal each way. I tend to stand on them flat. If you've got a TheraBand type one, try and make sure it's flat rather than screwed up. And just make sure you've got an equal resistance both sides, that you're not pulling one side really tight. And I'm just going to do some shoulder circles. So I'll just turn to the side, nice and easy, not bringing the lower back into this. Just the shoulder circles through the upper back. Try and keep your elbows reasonably straight so the movement is coming from the shoulders. And change directions, squeeze at the back, round at the front. And I'm looking around, my neck is it's not tense, it's not really part of the exercise. Oh, these are so nice. Whew. I'm just looking. Okay. From here, release that off. And give yourself a little bit of resistance, but you want your hands quite wide. I always kind of fold it over my wrists like so, just so I won't lose grip. These are called dislocates. I'm not really sure why, because they're not. They don't dislocate anything. But all I'm going to do is just take the arms up and back as far as feels nice. I'm crashing into the wall a little bit and forwards. I'm sorry, I'll do this kneeling so you can see it. It's probably better to stand up for these. But I'm just coming back and forwards, and I feel like I want a little bit more resistance, so I'm just going to pull slightly tighter. Oh, now that's the good stuff. There we go. So you want to feel some resistance. With these ones, you don't want to really push hard. You don't want super heavy, because that will hurt your shoulders. I've just noticed one of my cats is in the room with me. He'll probably want to go out in a moment. So I'm going to do 5 more. There he goes. I might have to let him out if he gets upset. And 4 more. So you can see my posture isn't changing. I would normally do this standing. My spine isn't, rounding or arching. And 3. To be honest, not only do I need to do shoulders, I chuffing love doing it. Shoulders and upper body is my favourite. I could go all my life without doing a leg workout. Upper body, love it. Last one. But I really do need to do more legs, so trust me, there'll be legs on the way, don't worry. Oh, there we go. Okay, from here, going back to standing, I'm just going to let my cat outside. There you go, Pudding. Okay, from here, going back to standing. So that's not equal, is it? Just need to make sure I'm roughly equal here. And I'm just going to go out to the side. So make sure the elbows are slightly tilted forward for this one. We're trying to target kind of the middle area of the shoulder. It's literally called the medial, i.e. middle deltoid. And I'm just going out to the side. Try not to shrug, so you might want to give yourself a little bit more resistance or a little bit less if you really find like you're straining. It's not a good place to be. I'm going very slightly higher than my own shoulders, only a teeny weeny bit. There it is. I can feel this. I will certainly feel it tomorrow, but I'm not at the point where, I'm straining. You can hear my voice is quite happy. I'm doing 10 here, so that's 4. And there's 5. They're great, these resistance bands. They're so light and small. 6, you can just stick them in a bag. Take them anywhere if you're travelling. 7, I have about 3 dotted around my house, so as and when I notice one and feel like it, I could just grab a band and do a couple of exercises. 9, one of the best pieces of advice from a physio I was given when I was really working on shoulder rehab was don't worry about trying to fit everything into one workout. Just do a little nibble here, little bit there, just as and when you can fit it in, so all your exercises get done during the day. And that was such a helpful thing for me to know that I didn't have to do everything at once. Okay, so from here, this one I learnt the name as the Excalibur, which is quite dramatic. I'm going to hold it with the opposite foot here, Find, again, your resistance that you need. I'll do the arm movement first. It's coming up until my arm is parallel to my shoulder and then opening. This is the rotator cuff. These are the muscles that protect the shoulder joint. They rotate, that's all they do, they don't go up or down. So it's coming down and across. So you've grabbed the sword, you're bringing it up, Excalibur. Yeah, 10 each side. You don't want, again, you don't want masses of resistance for rotator cuffs. If you start really overdoing it, I'm going to give myself a little bit more resistance. If you start really forcing these movements, the wrong muscles will take over. You're not going to achieve what I want you to achieve with this anyway. I need nice, stable shoulders. And there's 4. So make sure there's no lifting on this twist at the top. Shoulder and elbow parallel, twist. 5. That medial deltoid, or mid-shoulder muscle, is definitely telling me it's doing some work. 6, if you think of the shoulder, it's like 3, like bananas side by side, 3 mini bananas, front, middle, back. 7. 8, and your posture should be, you know, nice and tall, but fairly relaxed. The rest of my body isn't straining right now. 9. And 10, changing sides. So I need to try and get the same amount of resistance on both sides. So I'm just making sure that I'm standing on roughly the same side of the band, same length of band, should I say. Okay, up to parallel, twist, parallel and down. And 3. So you might be wondering why we're doing tons of shoulder exercises every week. But, you know, they aren't just shoulders. My entire arm is working here. 5. There's all sorts going on. And 6, and especially with the big exercises like the planks and the side bends, you know, the shoulder is the smallest joint in the movement. You need to have the strength there for all the other muscles to then be able to do their jobs. 8. There will be some press-ups today, just to prove my point. 9. I think this is 10. I might do one more for good luck, because you know it, I've lost my count, because I always do. Woo! Okay, bringing a tiny bit of legs in here. I'm just going to go into a lunge, standing on the band with one foot at the front. So I may turn my back on you for this one, simply because I think you'll see it better, and I'll have the space to do this. So standing on my band with the front leg bent, I can have the back leg bent or straight. I normally prefer my lunges with a straight leg. And I'm going to go for 10 here, pushing straight backwards. So 10 and 9. So my posture isn't changing. Tailbone is tucked at the back. 8. Front leg is 90 degrees with the knee directly over the ankle. And 6. And 5. So I'm just giving myself a teeny bit more resistance by just shortening the band. And 3. And 2. And 1. Then I'm changing sides. So front leg 90 degrees, back leg straight. Posture shouldn't change. 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Doing it to 10. 9. There we go. And 10. Yay! Alright, so we're going to do a pyramid of press-ups. That means we're going to do 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. I'm starting standing. I've got my mat out in front of me. I'm going to roll my spine down, walk forward, do 1 press-up and roll back up. I love doing these. So here we go. Roll it down. Knees bend if you need to. Not a problem either way. Not if it's not cheating to bend the legs. In fact, it's probably very sensible. So I'm going to do 1 push-up. Feel free to put your knees on the ground. You know, as and when I need to, I'll be doing the same. Roll back up. Next time it's 2. Slight bend at the knee protects the lower back. And you know it, nothing should be hurting the lower back. So I've got 2 push-ups now. 1. Arms are in line with the chest, slightly wider than the body. 2. With push-ups, with form and so forth, the spine should be staying neutral, your body shouldn't be sagging. 3 next time. And I really want a nice deep push-up. The arms should be going to at least 90 degrees when they bend. If you can't do a nice deep push-up, just put your knees down. I'd rather do a small push-up with a nice arm position than a little kind of pezzy mini push-up with straight legs. You will get more out of the exercise if you do a bigger range of movement in an easier version. 4, you know it, come on. Oh, this is so nice. So I've always been quite a fan of push-ups, I do enjoy them. And 3, squats, not so much, I don't like leg exercises. 4, oh, it's 4, isn't it? Again, I was in the zone there. Next one's 5. And then we'll pyramid back down. Here we go. 15 minutes is nearly up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The target muscles for a push-up are the pecs, which are the chest muscles, and the triceps, the back of the arms. Let's go for 4, we're pyramiding back down. Oh, I'm starting to feel warm as well. And you can always modify. And 3, put your knees down if you need to. 2, and 1. Next time we got 3, we're nearly there, guys. Whew. 1, and 2, and 3. Oh, I'm feeling these. 2, then 1, come on. We can get to the end with this. Whew. Whew. 2, sorry, I'm just peeping at the time. Or about 12 minutes, I think. So we're very, very close to the end. Roll it up. And last one. Single push-up. So nice and deep, make it count. Arms to 90 degrees. 1. Phew. Okay. Have a little sit down. Oh. Okay. So just got time for a little bit more rotator cuff. Believe me, if you have shoulder problems, it's pretty much always the rotator cuff that's probably gone wrong. There are 4 rotator cuff muscles. They all hold the shoulder socket together. They also move the arm in various directions. They're easy ones to injure. So keeping the elbows in, give yourself as much or as little resistance as you want. Or taking it wide. I'm going to go for 10 of these. I'm going to give myself maybe a tiny bit more resistance. There's 9. Try and sit tall, try not to round under. If you really struggle to sit tall, sit on something or stand. I'm mainly sat down just because my head keeps disappearing off the camera. Oh, 7. And 6. So I can feel the backs of my shoulder blades. 5, that's where the rotator cuffs attach. They attach onto the shoulder blade. And 4. Whew. 3. And 2. And 1. So you might have found this exercise really easy. I find them so hard to do. Okay, just round your way forward, slight bend at the elbow. Taking the arms behind, clasp your hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open, kind of slightly arch your chest. Oh. Tricep stretch. You want your hand kind of, I stick it between my shoulder blades and then push the arm backwards, looking for a stretch here. You can push from below or above, whichever feels good. Keep your chin up. I'm going to show you a different tricep stretch in a moment that maybe you'll want to do, maybe not now, but at a later stage. Oh, because I think the alternative one I'm going to show you is a better stretch. You need something upright, so a door frame is perfect. If you're in the gym, the edge of, you know, a squat rack or something, anything upright will do the job. I'm just eyeing up this little bit of wall behind me next to the window. I think for demonstrating this will show you what I'm talking about. So I want to basically put my arm onto here, and then I'm just leaning into it, hand between the shoulder blades. So instead of my hand pushing back, I'm leaning my entire body weight onto this, getting that stretch here. For me, that's a much better stretch. So it's so much nicer. Go try it if you like. But we are up to 15 minutes. So our work here is done. I hope you liked it.